this returns this data, this returns this date into human readable format. Okay, let me show you that here somewhere. It was here perhaps. The date must be somewhere here. Here is a timestamp. So the timestamp, you see this timestamp is into human readable format. Now first we need to parse this timestamp into Unix time format. So let's write that function to parse this into Unix time format. So the variable d is equal to, okay, so the date dot parse, and then finally we want this message dot mail dot timestamp. Okay, that's the d. And then what we want, d is equal to d divided by 1000. So that means we are going to convert it into the second. Earlier it will convert it into the millisecond, right? Okay, great. Now, and as another step, so we are going to get the actual, the event time. So this is d and message mail dot timestamp. This is this one is event type open mail dot timestamp. So this is timestamp. This timestamp is timestamp when an email was sent, and this is not actual timestamp. That means this is not the event timestamp when this open event occurred. So there is another timestamp for that open. I'll show you. That timestamp must be somewhere here. Let me show you it into. It must be somewhere here. Let me show you. I'll show you. Don't worry. Here. See, open and the timestamp. So this timestamp, okay, so this timestamp is actual timestamp when that event occurred. So now this is the d when an email was sent, and for actual timestamp we need to again parse it. So the where, and then we can say the actual event time. That's mean when some event occurred. Okay, so the date dot parse, and then we can see here event time. Okay, so the event time is actual event time when an event occurred, and this d is timestamp when an email was sent. And then here actual time, okay, actual event time is equal to actual event time, and then divided by 1000. And then finally we have got actual event time and the timestamp for when an email was sent. Okay, so what I can do here, sent event time, I can say sent event time and then sent event time. So the actual event time and then sent event time. Now we have got both time. Now we are going to prepare our item. So for the item const, an item will be stored into our DynamoDB database. If you are new for DynamoDB, please refer to my AWS tutorials where I have covered DynamoDB and other Boto3 library enabled AWS services. So now here we want message ID, okay, in the item. So we want first message ID and message underscore ID, that's the message ID. So this item will be stored. Okay, so see here, this name must match our this name must match our the key. So here key is email, not message ID. So what we can do here as an email. Okay, so that's the email, right? And then that email, we can get that email from message, then dot mail, and then dot destination. From the 0th location. So let me show you that once again. So that will be not there. So it must come with the comma. Let me show you. So it must go into the message, and then inside the message it must go into the mail, and then after once it goes into the mail, then it must go into destination. And once it enters into destination, then you will be able to get, then you will be able to get here, let me show you it into the bigger format. So let's search here destination. Somewhere there must be a destination. So what I can do, just Control and F. Here. So here is the destination. So destination is inside the mail. So destination, and then this first value will be always an email and destination email. Okay. So that's what we are going here. Message.mail.destination. So we have got mail, and then we want event type. Okay, so the event type, for event type we want message dot event type. See here, message dot event type, and event type will be reflected as open. And after this we want here our event time. Event time is our actual event time. Okay, and then for the country, and for country we are going to store a default value as a global. That's mean email addresses will be available to send a global email to, that's mean to every time zone. And then finally we want name, and then for the name what we can do, we are going to just give here some, what would you say, a user, just a simple name, a default name. Okay, let's say the user. Okay, so here there will be just a default name user and a country name as a global. So if you have a country data for your email addresses, and if you have a name also for your email addresses, then you can replace this name and country data while writing your code. So once it is done, now what we can do, now we can prepare our database. Okay, so for that we are going to prepare final final variable, final parameters to which will be stored into our DynamoDB. So the const, and then database params. Okay, so this is database parameters. So the database parameters takes two input. So the first one is the table name, and the table name is YouTube_database, and it takes another variable. Another item variable is item, and this is item. Okay, and now we need to put it into our dynamo.putItem. See, this dynamo is here. Okay, so the dynamo.putItem, and then we are going to pass that parameters. So the database parameters, and then there will be a function, and this function will call back two variables. One is the error, and then data. If there is error, it will print that into our console. So the console.log with the error message. If there is no error, else, so what it will do, else it will print with the console.log with the data. That's mean this data. So finally it will to print the data which will be uploaded to the DynamoDB database, and it will print those data into cloudwatch management window. So here we have completed our write DynamoDB function. Now we need to call this handle bounce. So this handle bounce, we need to call this. We need to call this here. Okay. So this handle bounce will also to pass the message as MSG. Right. So in a similar way, what we can do, we can just copy it and then we can finally paste it here. Sorry. Oops. We can just copy it and paste it there. So this will be handle complaint. Okay. So this is handle complaint, and this will be for handle send. Oops. And this will be for handle delivery.